Oh my goodness gracious me.
Well, hello everyone, welcome down to a review of some of the most underappreciated, underrespected, undervalued sets of golf clubs in the world. So I'm down here at Formby Ladies Golf Club and I'm going to be testing out these. So these are the Wilson Staff Model forged blade, and I've also got another set of Wilson clubs with me as well, and those are the Wilson D7 irons. So they've got a power chamber on there and they're also forged. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out here at Formby Ladies. It's a beautiful day here, a little bit chilly but perfect sunshine. I'm going to be testing both sets of irons out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play 9 holes, just try and score as well as I can. I've got a mixed set, so I've got my 3 iron here in the Staff Model, then I've got the 4 in the D7, then the 5 in the Staff Model, etc., all the way down to pitching wedge, and then I've got one of the Wilson wedges to test as well. I'm also going to be testing out some putters from Ping, and that's going to be in a separate video. The way I'm going to do this test is I'm going to play about 4 or 5 holes, just hitting the iron, see what I feel, then actually read the spiel about them. So I'm going into this very blind, not knowing what these clubs are about, and just trying to give my honest opinion on them, but they look amazing. So the first club, the Staff Model 3 iron. Not a warm-up, it's a bit chilly, and this looks like a razor. Be still, my beating heart. So very impressed with myself after that tee shot. It's gone about 215 yards, no swings, nice and chilly. Wind maybe a touchdown, but the next shot up is going to be with this Staff Model forged Wilson wedge. Never used a Wilson wedge apart from once yesterday where I actually pulled this out of the bag and thought it was a Ping glide. Looked quite similar as far as colour. So the next up, the 4 iron in the D7, and it actually looks behind the ball. It's obviously a little bit chunkier than the blade, but I'm not being funny. A butter knife would look chunkier than that blade. It's going to be interesting to see what extra power I can get. Par 5 here. Not a great strike. It's travelled.
Actually gone too far. That's a hell of a strike. Whoa, hey, where are you going?
Slightly difficult one, this is 120, so I'm going to use this pitching wedge, but I've got a funny feeling these are quite strong lofted, so I'm going to have to knock it down a touch.
Well, I've definitely got a sense of new club excitement about these.
I'm not going to lie, I just want to continually hit that 3 iron, but I'm going to hit the 5 instead. So quick thoughts on feel. I cannot give the blades any higher praise than to say they feel very similar to the Tiger irons I'm using. So maybe not as soft as I expected, but firmer, better, and they just look amazing. They look so good. So that was the wrong club, in all fairness. It wasn't a 52 degree there. It should have been a lob wedge or a sand wedge, but I'd actually say that's really the first negative. Not massively keen on this wedge. It just doesn't feel like it's coming off with any spin. However, standing on one of my favourite par 3s in the UK, the 5th here at Formby Ladies, is 107 yards. So let's see if on a full shot this Staff Model forged can actually get some backspin. I'll zoom in so we can see. Oh. Look at this. Oh, that hurts. They're pitched in the middle of the pin and then spun back to the front of the green. But I have to say again, look, that shot there, that's pitched and then finished there. This shot here pitched into a little bit of an upslope and it's only spun back to there. It's not a lot. Time to start hitting a few more of these D7s, and after this hole I'll actually take a look and see what goes into making these clubs. Kind of interested to understand what all this palaver's about. One thing is for sure about those D7s, I'll have to check the lofts because they've got a very, very strong flight. I mean, I've hit that 6 iron there, about 180, but into wind. And certainly halfway through I thought, oh, that's never going to reach, but it's actually It's just about pin high, so definitely have to check the lofts. So let's have a little bit of a look at what is in these Wilson clubs. It puts power where it's needed most. Long irons feature 3 rows of power holes and a thinner, more responsive face for maximum distance. Fewer power holes combined with optimal weighting and extreme feel in shorter irons for the most precise distance control. D7 gold, the shorter irons have fewer power holes with optimized weighting for maximum feel and precision. And that basically allows the club face to be a bit more springier, and if it's a thinner face, springier and distance one. One of the trends in modern irons is to have a low spinning, high launching iron. So when it lands on the green, rather than relying on the backspin to stop, it's just going to be descent angle, which is going to stop the ball. And what it allows manufacturers to do is say, listen, you're going to hit this iron further, which you probably are, but it is that trade-off with controllability when it pitches on the green. If you are looking for that spin and if you are looking for that maneuverability, that's why low lofted, high launch, low spin irons might not be for you. I had second thoughts about that. Now let's have a look at these blades, shall we? Now it's saying I can pick up a set of these for £700. 700 quid for a set of blades like that is awesome. So these irons are played by Gary Woodland and Brendan Steele. So Gary Woodland, of course, US Open champ last year. So they've got major winning pedigree. And remember, Wilson back in the day were the brand, the major winning brand. As this plane goes past right near an airport here. Not very fast moving planes, admittedly. Like a flying mobility scooter. Precision milled muscle. So it's just precision milled. A throwback design element with the diamond scoreline pattern, which I actually really like. Fluid feel hosel, adapted from our classic Wilson dyno powered irons. This design eliminates unnecessary weight in the hosel. I have to say, it sits behind the ball really nice. It's got such minimal offset in that hosel. I love the look of that. An optimized sole camber. Yeah, it's just about having more consistent hits on the grass. To be honest, it's just a set of blades. It's just a set of blades. Let's not get over analytical about this. It's just a beautiful set of forged iron. And when you get a beautiful set of forged irons like that, especially when they're that small, when they're that shape, when they've got that beautiful top line, I'm not saying there's not a lot that can go wrong, but for that price, there's a lot going right. As in, well, not right. I think very few right, actually. As in off to... So that's the only disappointment for me. Both the staff model forged blade and the D7, they felt great. They performed really well. That wedge, it's really not doing it for me. It just doesn't feel like you can spin it that much. I mean, that there was a good shot, and it sounds like I'm complaining for no reason, but I carried it probably 5 yards shorter than I meant to, and it's rolled out. I mean, what am I saying? I meant to play that. Of course I did. What a great shot. So if I was to recommend any of these clubs, for me, I'd obviously say the blade. For most of you guys out there, it's definitely the D7, because it's a decent looking, solid performing, long flying, soft landing machine. Not overly fussed about that wedge. Forged, but it didn't feel forged, and it certainly didn't spin that much. But those blades, let me just take a moment and stop and appreciate those blades for what they are, because what they are for that price is cheap. And get down to those comments, let me know about other unappreciated brands that you might like me to try. It's one of the good things about being independent, not having a club contract now, is being able to test these clubs, give you my opinion and what I think about them, and just to experience new things. And on a night like tonight with these clubs, getting some of the shots I hit, man, makes you feel good to be alive. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new here, like the video as well, give it a thumbs up, hit that bell icon, why not, while you're down there, and leave a comment. Let me know those brands and what you think about these irons. Just want to say a massive thank you to Formby Ladies for having me down as well. I love this course so much. It is beautiful down here. And just look at this. Look at that. See you next time.